The world does not belong to those who follow it, belongs to those who create those, who see beyond the obvious those, who dare to ask, what if? But here's the truth. No one tells you originals to originals do not always look the way you expect thee, are not the ones who dive in head first thee, are not the ones who have everything figured out, thee hesitate thee, wait thee, second guess themselves hand yet. They changed the world 7 years ago. A student asked for an investment, and his friends had an ideasling glasses online. They called it Warby. Parker thee were slow thee, had backup jobs thee, had no working website the day before launch end. So, the answer was no bout. The company became one of the most innovative in the world, and now it's worth over $1 billion of. What went wrong? What was missed? It wasn't just about the idea. It was about the way originals move through the world. Beckos, the greatest ideas often start with hesitation, with uncertainty, with a slow, careful step forward. Most people think originals are fearless thee, are not thee, doubt themselves thee, hesitate before they leap thee, prepare for failure and yet thee, keep going thee. Don't give up just because the path is unclear thee, don't stop just because they don't feel ready thee. Take the risk anyway, even when they are unsure, even when they are afraid, because they understand something most people don't. Hesitation does not mean failure. Waiting does not mean weakness. The space between now and action is where the best ideas are born. There is a pattern in the way originals move thee, don't rush thee, don't wait forever thee, live in the middle thee, procrastinate, but only just in it, so much that they do nothing yet, so little that they never question themselves just enough to let new ideas form, just enough to see the problem differently, just enough to allow creativity to breathe. Bez true originality is not forced it, is not rushed it, is found in the moments of pauswan, the mind wanders one. The answer is not immediate one. The obvious solution doesn't feel rightened. Something deeper begins to take shape. Think about your own life. Have you ever had an idea bet, hesitated? Have you ever felt something inside you but waited too long to act? You are not Alaneath's greatest minds have felt the Samleth difference. Is this thee moved anyway thee? Didn't wait until they felt ready, because no one ever feels ready. No one ever knows the outcome but the ones who change the world are the ones who take the step anyway, even with fear of on, with doubt, even with uncertainty. Hesitation is human, but action is divinathier, is a lie that keeps people stuck, a lie that says, if I wait long enough, I will feel sure. But you will never feel sure. Will never have every answer on if you wait for certainty. You will wait forever. Bess, the truth is, this Judea do not need certainty, do not need permission. You only need the courage to begin, because the path will not reveal itself until you step forward. Door will not open until you reach for it end. The greatest, ideast ones that change the world come from those who step into the unknown. Thor is a soon, and you miss the details too late, and you miss the momentum bit in the space between it. The pause-in, the hesitation. Thor is magic, because in that space your mind is free to question, free to imagine, free to break the rule. That is where originality is born. It in the rush to finish, not in the fear of starting, but in the sacred space where new ideas grow. Look at the world around. Every great invention, every great idevery, moment of transformation came from someone who hesitates, who questioned, Yuho, doubted themselves just for a moment, then stepped forward. Anyways, what are you waiting for? What idea is sitting inside you? What thought have you been holding on to? Afraid to share? What dream is waiting for you to say yes? Because here is the truth. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be certain. You only need to begin. Ones who succeed are not the ones who knew they would. Thee are the ones who tried anyway. Risked looking foolish well, risked being wrong well, risked stepping into the unknown. In that risk thee found something greater, not just success but transformation. Not just answers but evolution. Bess. Originality is not about having all the right answers set, is about asking the right questions. It is about seeing what others overlook. It is about standing in the space of hesitation and choosing to act any woo were born to creotido. Think different lighto, bring something into the world that only you can so. Do not wait for certainty, not wait for perfection. Greatest ideas come from those who are willing to start miskiwo, are willing to be misunderstood are willing to take the risk of being wrong. Becca's in that risky where genius is born, So here is my message to youth: time is now not. When you are ready not, when you have every base, the world does not need more people who follow, it needs people who led woo, think wo, cretined. That person is you, so trust, yourself trust, your mind trust, the hesitation but. Do not let it hold you back, because somewhere inside you an idea that will change everything, and the world is waiting for you to bring it to life. Oh, are standing at a crossroads, a choye moment that will define your path. Do you stay where it's safe, where the answers are known, where the road is familiar? Or do you step into the unknown, the uncertain, the place where true creation happens? Because this is where all great things begin, not in comfort, not in certainty, in the space where you do not yet know, and that space is where you are meant to be free. Great idea starts as a whisper, a quiet thought in the back of your minda, feeling you cannot shake your vision of something that does not yet exist, but whispers can be drowned out, be feared, be doubt, be waiting too long. So listen closely, though, not ignore that voice inside youth, one that says, there is more for you here, the one that calls you forward. BS, that whisper is not random, it is a message from something greater, a message that says, you were meant to create. The world does not need another copy, another person who waits for permission. The world needs originals, people who think differential, challenge what is known, people who see what others cannot, and that personas you were born to bring something new into this world, to see with fresh eyes, to think in ways no one else has thought before, to take the pieces of what exists and create something great. At this is your calling, this is your gift, and now is the time to use it. To might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I am wrong? What if no one understands? And to that I say, good, because the fear of failure means you are thinking big enough. Fear of being wrong means you are pushing the limits. Fear of being misunderstood means you are creating something new, and that is what you were meant to do. No great idea was ever born without risk. No great creator ever walked a path of certainty. Certainty is the enemy of originality. Originality is your destiny. Look back at your life feet, the moments where everything changed, where something new began. Did those moments come when you were comfortable? Did they come when you were certain? Or did they come when you took a risk? When you stepped outside of what you knew? When you followed an idea that made no sense at the time? This is the pattern of creation. The moment of hesitation followed by the moment of action, and that momentous now there is something inside you. A thought of visiona, calling that has not yet been spoken, and maybe you have been waiting for the right time, waiting for the right sign, waiting to feel ready. But let me tell you something, you will never feel ready. You will never have every answer. If you wait too long, the world will never see what you were meant to create. Becca's hesitation is part of the process, but action is what changes everything. So I ask you, know what are you waiting for? What is the idea inside you that you have been afraid to begin? What is the thing you keep thinking about, but keep telling yourself, not yet? Because the only difference between those who succeed and those who do notice that the ones who succeed not when they were ready, not when they had every answer, but when they heard the call inside, the man said yeses to the uncertainties, to the riskies, to the possibility of something greater. Think about this thief. You do nothing. Nothing changes if you wait. Time will pass, and the moment will slip away, but if you start off, you take even one step, path will reveal itself net. All at once in it, with perfect clarity, but step-by-step echoes. That is how creation works in thought tone, action on moment of crogent. Before you know it, you are standing in a place you never imagined you could reach. People who change the world are not the ones who had the best plan, are the ones who were willing to begin without when did not wait until they were fearlessly moved forward. With fear, because fear is not a stop signet, is a signal that you are stepping into something new, and new is where transformation happens. Is where originality is born. Is where your destiny waits. You see it now. Do you feel it? The truth that has been whispering to you all along, that you are not meant to wait, to are meant to create, not to follow, to led, not to repiato, invent, not to hesitate for verbot. To begin, because your time is now, your idea is read none. The world is waiting, so take the first step. Say yes to the unknown, yes to your own originalities, yes to the part of you that knows there is something greater ahead, because there isn't. It begins right now. This expansive, deeply inspiring, and transformational words. Making it a powerful videoid keeps the message direct, emotional, and highly engaging. Guiding the viewer with divine wisdom and angelic affirmation these will leave a lasting impact, pushing viewers to embrace their true originality, overcome fear, and step into their higher purpose.